Hey guys, first video in quite a long time, but finally I've got a reason to make one. Is kind of a mini shortened review of Netflix's Daredevil. I'm a huge fan of Netflix's original series. Just the New Black, yeah, I got her cards. Just two of my all-time favorite TV shows out right now. If you couldn't tell from the background, I'm a big Marvel fan. I was born and raised in a Marvel comic book collecting household. Kind of adapted that for myself with my own collections. Anytime Marvel Studios put something out, I'm fucking stoked. I've been waiting for it for a very long time, and it finally premiered today at 2 a.m. my time, well 2:01 a.m. my time. I just finished watching the first two episodes. Took just straight off the bat, first two episodes. I fucking love it. Amazing. And I came in here pretty blind. I tried to avoid any spoilers except for like one or two of the trailers they released. I didn't look at IMDb. I wasn't fooling around on message boards. I wanted to go in blind, just pardon the pun. Sorry, Maddie. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to go in with a fresh look, and I'm glad that I did because there were a lot of surprises and a lot of things that I wasn't expecting. First off, I grew up in love with the Whedonverse. I am extremely familiar with Drew Goddard and Stephen S. DeKnight, so it's awesome to see those guys, especially with Daredevil. They work so fucking well. Especially excited that they went with Netflix because I've tried to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It wasn't really my thing. I just had a very hard time getting interested with the new characters. Watched and adored Agent Carter. But my only complaint with ABC is that it's too clean. It's way too clean, way too nice. It makes the Avengers look like the Dark Knight. You know what I mean? It's extremely happy and positive, and it's not the greatest production value. So when Netflix decided that they were going to make shows based off of Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist, I got really fucking excited because I was like, finally, like Netflix is the perfect venue for Marvel Comics. They did not disappoint. Daredevil is basically the darkest Marvel Studios production since 2003's Punisher. It's fucking dark. I mean, it's very noir, and it's the perfect gritty feel that you need for Daredevil. I mean, it just nails, like, even the lighting and cinematography is on point. I love the soundtrack. I adore that opening sequence. Like, when that came on, my eyes blew. Another thing you guys probably know about me is that Hannibal's my favorite TV show. I'm all Hannibal shit. Also, sequence does have a striking resemblance to the Hannibal title sequence with the overall red slowly dripping down looking like blood over a face, or in Daredevil's case, a face and like a bridge and other shit. It definitely gives you that Hannibal vibe, and I really like it. It works really well for the series. Stories have been pretty interesting so far. The second episode surprised me because it wasn't as a completely standard story. It was kind of, we didn't know what had happened to Matt. He just kind of woke up in a dumpster. And then we kind of learned as we went along with Claire's story. We discovered what had happened to Matt. And I love the way they're doing these flashbacks with the young Maddie. And it's awesome. Whoever they got to play him is amazing. Like, that kid nails those scenes. I liked father, the overwhelming yellow in those flashback scenes. It's really interesting, and it kind of gives it a different vibe without being cheesy and making it kind of grainy or a little bit saturated like most shows would. It's just, I like that bright yellow that they seem to get in the flashbacks. So far, pretty interesting and intriguing, and I don't know exactly what kind of direction they're going to go in, but I know it's going to be dark and brutal. I'm shocked that the amount of blood actually really wasn't quite prepared for it to be so dark after, 7 years of quite chill and tame Marvel Studios productions. So this is definitely the darkest that Marvel's done since 03's Punisher, and it works perfectly. It makes me even more excited for when they come out with the Jessica Jones show. I am really stoked on that. I'm really eager to finish watching. the first season is going to be fucking awesome. I had a little cheat sheet for IMDb because I can't remember actors' names to save my fucking life unless they're Scandinavian. Charlie Cox, fucking awesome. Like, he's such a good Matt Murdock. Like, he nails it, and he's able to balance both that kind of cheeky flirtiness of Matt as well as dark, brutal, brooding scenes. Deborah Ann Woll, I loved her from True Blood, and she's doing really good. I really liked her whole story in the first episode. The premiere was really interesting. She's doing a good job as Karen. I like Foggy Nelson. That's played by Eldon Henson. Henson. He's fucking great. And in the second episode, you give too many spoilers, but Rosario Dawson's Claire is awesome, and I wasn't expecting her at all. I was like, oh my god, it's Rosario Dawson. So it was really cool to see her, and I really am very, very happy with the direction they're going for her character. I think she's going to be really important to the Daredevil universe, and I also want to make a comment that this show does share the same Marvel Cinematic Universe as the Avengers films, as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as Agent of Carter, and they do kind of, well, in the first two episodes, they very faintly reference it, but in a unique and darker way. You're not going to see like posters of the Avengers all around town or whatever. Hearing the criminals reference the Avengers, which is really interesting, and you get to see kind of the dark side of what comes with the destruction that Avengers New York City faces. The corruption angle, and I like hearing about that. It's really unique, a very interesting way to tie in the bigger films with the smaller Netflix show, and it's really cool. I heard that they're going to try to tie Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. into it more. I might have to ask some friends that watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. what's going on with that, if we do get any references. I'm completely clueless when it comes to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think I watched the first 5 episodes like a long time ago, and I just kind of gave up. The funny thing is, I worked at World's Comic Con and I ended up getting a signed picture by what's his name? Brett Dalton, I think that's his name. And so yeah, I've got a signed picture of an actor in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I don't really watch the show. But this video is going on way too long, and I'm rambling, and I'm really excited because Daredevil is amazing so far. And just yeah, if you were on the fence about watching it, don't be on the fence about watching it. Like, it's phenomenal. This video on IMDb, this show has a 9.8 rating. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not, because my camera sucks. Yeah, 9.8 out of 10. That's a nearly perfect score. Go get a Netflix account. Go borrow your friend's Netflix account. Watch these fucking episodes. Go prepare yourself for marathon. Like, this weekend, you better fucking watch it. It's fucking awesome, and I plan on making everyone I know watch it because it's amazing. And especially because now that most shows are wrapping up, since we're entering April, you want something new? Watch Daredevil. It's brutal and awesome, and it still carries that comic book feel, but it gives you a different comic book feel. Like, it delves in the more darker side. Like, it actually reminds me a lot of some Punisher comics with the noir style. So I like that it's darker, and we get to see some of the seedier sides to the Marvel Cinematic Universe that we haven't previously explored. Because with everything else, with the Avengers, they're the surface layer of criminals instead of the smaller, more intricate, organized crime, which is what Matt deals with. And it's really cool to see that different side. And I'm sitting here in awe at how detailed and how huge, like the sheer size of the Marvel Cinematic Universe now in 7 short years. It's fucking amazing, and I can't wait to finish this season. And you should watch it, definitely. I give it 10 out of 10, and I'm gonna go watch episode 3 now. Deuces. See you guys when I get my collector score box.